If Arnold Schwarzenegger sat down next to you and asked for a cigar, what would you hand him? Whatever you just pictured, you are wrong. He has smoked 5 cigars for 50 years, and every one of them costs less than what you would have offered him. By the end of this video, you will know every one of them. Punch. Arnold Schwarzenegger once pulled out a half-smoked punch from the night before and relit it at a dinner table in front of a cigar aficionado writer. The writer was disgusted. Arnold grinned and said it tastes great. A man with 100 humidors, access to any cigar on earth, and Cuban suppliers he has known since the $14 stick from yesterday, and loving every puff. That is not a man who does not know better. That is a man who already figured out what matters. Arnold liked punch so much he built a tent inside the California state capitol just to smoke it. Legislators from both parties came inside, took their jackets off, and got more done over cigars than they ever did in the chamber. When the legislature tried to outlaw his own tent, he vetoed the bill and kept smoking. David Cameron flew from London to sit in that tent. The cigar Arnold handed him was a punch. He told Cigar Aficionado it was his favorite in 1996. 27 years later, during his 5th cover interview, he and the editor smoked 30-year-aged Punch Churchills together. Same cigar, 3 decades apart. You have probably never reached for a punch in your life. Arnold has never stopped. Partagas Serie D, number 4. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to walk onto a movie set and smoke 8 to 10 cigars before the day was done. Every one of them long enough to last through a 3-hour shoot. That was the Terminator years, the Predator years, the years when Arnold's body could handle anything and his cigar matched. Then, the body that won 7 Mr. Olympia titles started telling him something different. He went from 10 cigars a day to 1. And instead of going back to the same long format he had smoked for decades, he chose something most smokers would consider a step backward, a robusto, 5 inches, 45 minutes. Arnold now ends every day the same way. He wakes up with the news on, rides his bike from Brentwood to Gold's Gym in Venice for weights, comes home, and walks out to the covered patio he built next to his pool. He sits down next to a fireplace he designed for one purpose and lights a Partagas Serie D number 4. Not the longest cigar he owns, not the most expensive, the one his life actually has room for now. Most smokers chase longer formats because it feels like moving up. Arnold smoked longer than anyone for decades, and then chose shorter because he smokes less now and wants a cigar that fits the life he actually lives. You are probably still chasing length. Arnold already knows it was never about the size. If you like my videos, subscribe. It helps a lot, thanks. Arnold learned to go shorter with age, though the cigar that started everything was never short at all. Monte Cristo number 2, 1977. Arnold Schwarzenegger was 29, a bodybuilder sitting at the Kennedy family dinner table for the first time, and he did not smoke cigars. After dinner, Maria Shriver's father, Sergeant Shriver, lit a Monte Cristo number 2 and handed one to Arnold, then told him he was not sure Arnold was man enough to smoke it. Arnold smoked it to prove him wrong. He never stopped. 3 years later, on the Conan the Barbarian set, director John Milius had boxes of Monte Cristo number 2s shipped from Switzerland. Every day after lunch, the two of them smoked one together. The cigar that started with a dare at a Kennedy table followed Arnold into Hollywood, and Arnold turned it into something more than a habit. During a Playboy interview in the late 80s, he pulled out a cigar and told the writer, "Your time will be measured in stogies. When I finish one, the interview ends." The Monte Cristo was no longer just something he smoked. It was how he controlled every room he walked into. On the set of Predator, Carl Weathers complained about the smoke on day 1. Arnold handed him a cigar and told him it was soothing, especially amid the chaos of a first day of shooting. Weathers was a cigar smoker by lunch. Within weeks, his manager and agent were flying in boxes. One dare at a dinner table turned Arnold into a smoker. One conversation on a movie set turned Carl Weathers into one. That is what happens when the right cigar meets the right moment. You remember yours. Arnold remembers his. That one dare turned into the rest of Arnold's life. Arnold found every cigar on this list himself, except one. Fuente Opus X, Lancero. Arnold Schwarzenegger does not walk into a shop for this cigar. He does not call a distributor. He does not get on a list. Carlito Fuente Jr., the man who makes Opus X, hand selects Lanceros from the rarest vitola in the entire range and ships them to Arnold's house. Arnold opens the box and smokes one that afternoon. Not that weekend, not on his birthday, that afternoon. Sitting in his Santa Monica office, where humidors line the shelves next to Terminator endoskeletons, Arnold lights a cigar that most shops will never stock, and treats it the same way he treats every other cigar that crosses his path. He told Cigar Aficionado, one of the cigars I have enjoyed a lot is a Fuente cigar, he sends me these very skinny ones, Lanceros. When the editor asked fat or thin, long or short, Arnold said it really does not matter, I smoke the gifts. You have probably spent months trying to find an Opus X at retail. You have texted your tobacconist, driven across town, paid double on the secondary market. Arnold's phone rings because Carlito already packed the box. And the cigar you would frame on a wall, Arnold smokes on a random Wednesday without a second thought. That is the gap between collecting cigars and smoking them. Arnold has never collected a cigar in his life. Carlito sends Arnold the rarest cigar in his range, and Arnold lights it the same day. That habit started with a birthday gift, Hoyo de Monterrey Double Corona. Milton Berle walks into Arnold Schwarzenegger's house in 1987, carrying a box of Hoyo de Monterrey Double Coronas for his 40th birthday. Arnold smokes one and calls it spectacular. But the story Arnold has been telling for 38 years is what happened the next time Berle came over. Berle shows up again, brings another box of rare cigars, and places them inside Arnold's humidor, a gift. On his way out, Arnold offers him one for the road. Berle walks over to the humidor, opens it, and takes back one of the cigars he just gave. Arnold did not get mad. He laughed, and he never forgot what Berle showed him. A cigar sitting in a humidor is not doing its job. Arnold took that lesson and ran with it. He handed Danny DeVito a Partagas after dinner during Twins and turned him into a smoker. He hotboxed a cop car with Monte Cristo smoke during Red Heat until Jim Belushi got sick to his stomach. The car was sealed. The windows were up. Arnold sat there puffing while Belushi choked and asked what was wrong with him. Arnold looked at him and said, "Does a little cigar smoke bother you? Here, try one." Belushi became a cigar smoker that week. Arnold lit one up for Jimmy Fallon on national television, and Fallon never looked back. 4 people became lifelong smokers because Arnold never hesitated to hand someone the cigar in his hand. You have a cigar in your humidor right now that someone gave you. It is still sitting there. Arnold would have smoked it that night and handed you one from the same box. If you want to smoke like Arnold, stop asking what costs the most and start asking what you would still be smoking 50 years from now. Drop your answer in the comments and subscribe.